Hello everyone, I'm Lee. This is a first in hopefully a long series of videos. It's kind of a pre-video in many ways because I suspect that most people won't watch this for a long time until we hopefully put some interesting content online for our travels. But the reason I wanted to do a quick video now was, as you can see behind me, there's our van. Today's our last day in our house. We're in the process of just finalising moving out of here. We've been planning this for, well, the initial germ was probably about 5 years ago, but certainly for the past couple of years. And we're off to a new life. Jan and I, she's inside just sorting out bits and bats in the van. So I wanted just to give you a bit of a flavour of kind of where we've started from. We've, like I said, been planning this for a long time. We are planning on 3 to 5 years at least. I'm 57, I've finished work. Jan's just a year or so younger than me. She's also finishing work in a few weeks. So life has given us the opportunity to fulfill our dream, really, which is, instead of having pretty highly stressful, intensive jobs, and perhaps do another video about more background if anybody's interested in that, but very busy corporate job for me, and Jan is a psychiatric nurse that she came to relatively late in life, but she's been doing that now for the past 10 years, having done a degree to get herself into a good position there. But obviously life happens, COVID, etc. We bought the van. This is our van, Bursner travel van on a Ducato. It's a 2018. We bought that just as COVID struck, actually, because we had lots of long haul flights and trips planned. We'd done Thailand, America. We'd done a few where we'd rented camper vans as well to get a bit of a flavour. We went round California, Arizona. We went round Ireland in a couple of camper vans, such as a Volkswagen T5, for instance. But when COVID struck, we kind of, and we're quite good at this, we took an early decision to change our plans. We had planned on buying a van, but probably 3 or 4 years later, around about now I suppose, is originally when we would have bought it. But within a couple of months of COVID, we decided to, we had to scrap our planned trip to India, which we'd 3 weeks, sort of a self-organised trip, everything booked. But we had to cancel that, and then we took the decision to get the van, did some financing on that. And since then we've cracked on, really, and learned a hell of a lot about the van, about travelling. We've been to Europe 5 times. We also got Captain, our Labrador, who's not here right now. I think he's in the van, but we got him at the same time. So we basically just decided to sort of fulfill our dreams. I'll just see if I can see Captain. There he is, look. Hello, Captain. Very happy in there. And so yeah, lots of travelling. We went across during COVID for the first time, 2021 I think it was, when there was restrictions on, and we had challenges with obviously COVID tests and different paperwork for the dog. Again, that's another whole subject around animal health certificates and EU passports, which we can fill you in on. He's got a French passport now, and we've been across the channel a number of times with that, absolutely fine. But as you can see, we've still got a bit of sorting to do. This is the last few bits in the house. I'll just give you just a little bit of a tour so you can see what life is actually like, because you've got to be brave and crack on with these plans. This is the reality of it. We've got a cleaner who's just helping us finish out the outside. Little gift for our incoming, the new occupants. But yeah, this is, 4-bed detached house, lovely little cul-de-sac we're on. We live in a place called Earthlingborough near Wellingborough in Northamptonshire, although you can probably tell by the accent we're actually from Lancashire, Jan and I, Darwin. But what you see here, which looks like a bit of a mess, and I've just put that on for the first time. Great bit of kit. I've had to do this because with bikes used to be in here, but because we're going full time, we've needed the space, so it's pretty jam-packed in there. Because when we finally hit the road to Europe in, I'm filming this on the last day of November 2023. We've got a little bit of sorting to do before we fully hit the road full time in February, which hopefully we'll see. You'll see more videos of that. But obviously we've had to. I'm just looking underneath because it looks like the water's coming out the bottom. I'm not sure if that's dumped the water or whether that's just from the sink. I think it's from the sink. Yeah, we're obviously we're having to pack everything. All of our we had to make tough decisions about. There's Captain. Look. Had to make some tough decisions about stuff to leave behind, stuff to sell. We've sold a load of stuff on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. We've kept what we're going to keep, and it's all now in that little box on four wheels. So I suppose it's just the reality of what the sort of decisions you've got to make. It's not surprising that many people probably don't make the break and actually take on the challenge. Because it is fairly daunting, and you've only got one life, haven't you? And you've got to make decisions. You can't have everything in life. So, and our plan is to, as I say, hit the road February in terms of going abroad. But before then, we've got time in the UK sorting a few things out. I want to get some refillable gas bottle, get it all MOT'd up early so that we've got 12 months on the road. But again, all that, this is content for future videos, no doubt, in regards to all the paperwork and how do you actually do it. The way you do it is to keep the vehicle registered in the UK, insurance, MOT, and then you've got to come back within 12 months. So this van isn't due its service until June, July actually, but we're getting it MOT'd in February. It's probably a bit of a mess in here. Christmas hat's ready, as you can see. Essential items like for the Christmas is there. But yeah, getting it all ready to go, and then we're going to be on the road in terms of Europe from mid-Feb, starting off in Austria, and then we go on the Eurotunnel. We favour the Eurotunnel because it's a lot easier with the dog, and we just like the booking and the check-in rather than messing about on the ferry. Each to their own. I know some people would say the exact opposite. We prefer the Eurotunnel. So we've got Austria. We need to get Captain sorted out with a tea tree test, which is a rabies test to make sure the rabies vaccines have worked, before we head off down probably through the Balkans in March and then get to Turkey for 3 months. Captain wants to play ball. So we've got to do what's called the Schengen Shuffle. You might be aware that you're only allowed to stay, because of Brexit, you're only allowed to stay 90 days and 180 days within the Schengen countries, which are, it's a different list of countries to the EU countries, but broadly similar. So what we're doing is we're in the springtime, we're going to spend it in Turkey, that's the plan, or maybe some of the non-Schengen countries. And then that enables us to come back into Europe or Schengen for the summer months, and then we're going to head on via Spain to Morocco. So we'll move over into Morocco, all being well, the beginning of October for a 10-week spell. We've been to Morocco a number of 5 times. We have Jan's niece lives there. We've been to Morocco about 5 times, not in the van. We've flown there for trips and holidays, family wedding, that type of thing. So we are familiar. I have driven over there in a hire car, but obviously taking the van across and the dog across and all of that is a new experience. But so the idea is, if I've explained it properly, we're now at the end of November 2023. We've got about December, January, half of February in the UK. Kind of decompressing from our lives actually, but also getting the van ready to hit the road for Europe, mid-Feb, through Europe, eventually Turkey, Morocco, come back mid-December in time for getting it MOT'd again, January. And doing it all again and again and again. You know, the long-term plans are to do as much of Europe as we can. We love places like Poland, Germany. Excuse me, I've just got the after effects of a cold. But I also want to get around Scandinavia. Italy, southern Italy is a favourite thing that we want to do. And part of what we're going to do to help sort of fund the whole thing, and a big excitement for us and a change of life, is to do a lot of volunteering work. There's a thing called Workaway, which is a website which allows you to select different people that are looking for volunteers to do various types of work. It's my dream to pick olives in the nice sunshine, which is a complete contrast to sat behind a screen working on Teams all day. It might not happen, it might be horrible, but I'm hoping for the best, and I think it will be really great to be outside and doing different things. Jan wants to work with animals. She's already got some thoughts about working with some charities in places like Morocco that look after the street dogs, etc. So yeah, lots of different ideas and thoughts and plans. But like I said, I just wanted to put this video on the record that might get referred back to. Like I said, when we put out some decent content that's going to attract attention, and you can at least see where we've started from. So thank you for watching. All the very best. See you on the road. And our YouTube video site, by the way, is going to be called Captain's Log. That's the idea. So hopefully we'll see you on there. Look forward to your comments and any other thoughts. All the best.